Hi, in today's video I'll be showing you what I got around to making in the month of November, and if that's something you're interested in, please stay tuned. Hi lovely people, welcome to my channel. Josie here, and this is it. It's Josie. I'm glad to have you back again here. And for my new subscribers, you're welcome, and for my old subscribers, thank you for always tagging along, for watching my videos, and for cheering me on. And I'm glad that you enjoy the content I bring you here on my channel. And just before I go on and before I show you what I got around to making in November, I thought I would let you know that I'm taking part in Vlogmas this year. Last year I actually took part in Vlogmas, but it was a weekly upload. And this time I'm going to try. I'll aim at uploading a video every day, telling you a few things I'm up to every day. I won't take you through my whole day because it will be rather boring, and I don't want to bore you too much. Not that I live a boring lifestyle, but what I like to do is not exactly what everybody enjoys doing. And upload a video every day. A few times I might just upload my usual scheduled videos, showing you a few clips and what I'm up to this day. And now building on up to Christmas, there's a lot that goes on, given that I might not step out much to do a lot of the things I'd love to do, take you to fabric shops with me, show you around, but a few things that I find interesting and I'd love to share with you. So now that that's out of the way, I would like to show you what I've been up to this month. And I've been through a pattern test still, a Love Notions pattern test. And if you've been here for a while, you know that I'm an ambassador with Love Notions patterns, and a pattern tester with them that I've done longer than I've been an ambassador. And that means that I often sew up Love Notions patterns and also a pattern test many of them. The first make I'm going to show you is the newly released composed robe by Love Notions patterns. And if you've been to my channel long enough, you know that I'm an ambassador with Love Notions patterns, and I'm also a pattern tester with Love Notions, and also I'm also an affiliate with Love Notions. And because I'm an affiliate with Love Notions pattern, that means if you purchase any of the patterns using the links I add in the description box below, it earns me a little commission, which goes to supporting this channel, and this comes at no extra cost to you. However, you're under no obligation to use the links I add below, but it's something that will be welcome, and thank you if you've done that before, and if you continue to do that, I'm still grateful. I've recorded a full pattern review video which will be on the Love Notions YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I won't give you a review onto this one because I've already uploaded one there. So I'll attach a link in the description box below, and I will see if I can attach one in the cards if you'd rather go watch it over there. And this pattern is drafted for a wide size range, that's from XS to 5XL, that's for the ladies, and it's also drafted for children, that's from size 2T to 16. That's for both boys and girls. Unfortunately, you can't sew up for the gents in your lives. However, if you're good at pattern hacking, you can still hack it, accommodate for more room around the waist area, and you'll be sorted really, because that's where all the extra weight is carried amongst men, most men I could say. And this pattern is drafted for both knits and wovens, and I sewed up 2 gowns or robes with this pattern. I sewed up this and this that my assistant Letitia is wearing. I used the viscose challis fabric, which is also called rayon challis or viscose twill. It has so many names. And if you've been to my channel for a while, you've seen this fabric around. I've showed it to you. It has had so many plans, but I finally used it for this because this pattern needed about 3 meters. And actually at 3 meters I managed to cut out this, which took a bit, and also an Ogden cami. It comes in 2 options. That comes with the collar and the hood version. So I sewed up the collar option onto this, and it also comes with the hanging hoop, which comes in handy really. It has belt hoops too, a belt, and it also comes in cuff and knee length, and I went with cuff length because I need all the coverage now that the weather's gotten cold. This is my winter version that I sewed up out of Cardo fleece fabric, which is also called Minky, and I also show it in that video, and I also share details on how to sew up with Cardo fleece Minky fabric, because it has these piles that make it quite difficult to feed under a sewing machine. A few adjustments have to be made. I'll write an accompanying blog post to the review of this pattern, which I'll attach in the description box below, where I share my tips on how I got along with sewing this fabric, and it came together really well. I'm going to attach either a few clips of me in both these gowns or image pictures over here, and you'll see how it fits on my body. And I'm going to attach links to both the children's and the ladies' patterns in the description box below, just in case you want to get yourself one and sew up some Christmas presents before Christmas. And if you go for the fleece fabric, comes in handy for the warm cold weather, and also fleece is quite affordable. And let me show you what else I made this month. My other make was this is the Border November 2020 pattern number 112. Yeah, and if you watch my previous video, I recorded a sew along of this jumper dress, and I used the sweatshirting fabric, which is fleece backed, so it's so soft, and it has some little speckles, if you can tell. And this fabric was kindly given to me by Fabrics for All for a review, and I attach all the details in that video. I'll try to attach a card here to that video if you're interested to hear all about it and how I got along with sewing it up. And also the only hacking I did, I changed up the sleeves, which I will share there. I added cuffs. It comes with sleeves, open sleeves with a slit, which I knew wasn't going to be good for me. So I'll just add an image and a link to the video where I review this pattern, and I also share a sew along if you're interested in hearing all about it. And this was in the Butter Sale magazine of November 2020. However, you can still buy these patterns individually, so that shouldn't stop you from wanting to sew it up. And I chose red mostly because it's all Christmas. It's that season of the year, at least something beautiful coming out of 2020. And then my next make, let me show you to you, is what I'm wearing right now. And this is the Dear and Dom Myosotis dress. And this is the second time I'm sewing up with this pattern. I'm going to attach images of me in this pattern, in this particular dress. And I sewed it up out of Lady McElroy cotton lawn fabric, which was kindly gifted to me by Minova. And it's that gorgeous fabric. It's quite a dream to sew up. It's so soft and lightweight, so I enjoyed sewing it up. And I've sewed up this pattern before, and the only difference I made to this, I actually made it a midi length. And also what I added that the pattern doesn't come with are straps belts, just to stitch in the waist, because if I don't do that, it will be quite loose fitted, and probably that never flatters me, and I know that. So that's why I always prefer patterns where I can cinch in the waist, and that's what I did. And the pattern comes with a ruffle at the bottom, and also one without a ruffle, and also you have the option of having ruffles on the sleeves. I think I knew that would be so much going on, so I omitted the ruffles on the sleeves. And also one thing I noticed that the pattern comes off a bit short, so the very first time, I'll attach the image of my Sotis dress I made. I went with View A, which didn't come with a ruffle. However, I'd added 2 inches to that skirt to get it just above my knees. So with VB that I was sewing up with a ruffle, I should have used the shorter skirt. Then I added a ruffle at the bottom. So I instead went with the View A, the one I lengthened for my first make, and just added a ruffle, so it's pretty much longer, which gives me a midi length. And I wanted a change because I didn't want the 2 dresses to look exactly the same. And I will add pictures to both dresses so you can compare and see the difference between both and the difference I made. And both versions had belts which cinch in the waist and comes in really beautiful. And I'll attach a link to this fabric because it's a gorgeous one. Minova still has it in stock, and it also comes in another colorway. I can't remember which other color it was, but it was a beautiful fabric to sew up with, and I believe it's something you can still layer up. Right now I'm wearing it over tights, and I'll wear boots underneath when I'm stepping out, a jumper, and probably a coat on top. And I've loved wearing it so far, and I hope to wear it more in the colder months and also in the warmer months. And most likely I will start layering it. I will start wearing something underneath to keep myself warmer. And then I'll show you what else I've got around to making. I know you've also seen this fabric here before, and this is a cotton jersey fabric, ballerina fabric, and it's not my dress, it's for my daughter. I made her the Prisma Dress by Love Notions, and this is a girl's pattern that comes in sizes 2T to 16T, and it comes in so many versions. You can either sew it up as a straight dress without any skirt at the bottom, without the skirt option. It comes in with so many variations, so I went for the boat neck version. However, I had to add buttons for closures because the boat neck makes the neckline quite low. However, this is not the only option you have to work with. You can also use a binding for your neck, so the neckline will be much wider. And because I know my sewing machine hates sewing buttonholes on knit fabrics, I don't know whether it's my sewing machine or it's me, but so I didn't go down that road, and I actually had a go. I might have tried sewing one and I knew I wasn't going to move on from there, so I decided to go for snaps. I have a pack of snaps I bought off eBay, I think, and I use them for such small makes where I would rather not go with buttons. They're so colorful and I've got so many colors to choose from, and when I'm making something for my daughter, I think it's a better way to color up her dresses. And snaps come in handy. They're much easier for everybody, and also for attaching them on, it's much easier. So I'll also attach an image of my daughter in this beautiful dress. She actually loves it. The first time I sewed it up, I ended up using, this is the flare skirt option. The first time I sewed it up, I didn't have enough fabric, so I just gathered the skirt, made her size 6, because right now she's 6.5. I made her size 6, blended into 7, thinking that it would give me more room for growth, but it came off short, and I know she's about to outgrow it. She's growing so fast recently. I decided to go with size 8 with more room for growth, so it's a bit long for her, which is a plus for me, and it has some room also when she wears it, which is a bonus to me, because you don't want to toil and make clothes for them and they outgrow them in just 3 months. That doesn't work. So she'll be wearing it soon to school for their Christmas party, because she loves everything ballet, and because it has those ballerinas, I think she'll be showing off to all her friends. And that's my other make. And this fabric was generously given to me by Minova. They actually gifted me fabrics over the year, but I never got around to sewing them up because they were waiting to update their website. And now that they have updated their website, I'm trying to sew up most of the fabrics I've collected from them and uploading them to my profile on their website. If you're interested, I'll also attach my Minova profile in the description box below if you would want to go follow me over there and just see what I'm up to and a few makes I've made with their fabrics, and see if that inspires you probably to either try a pattern or try the fabric. And then my final make, I don't know if anyone else is like me, but I'm not a fan of sewing home furnishings. I was speaking to a friend of mine, Hila from Saturday Night Stitch, who told me that she can't actually get around to sewing cushion covers, and that was the time when I bought fabric to make cushion covers for my sofas. That was about a year ago, but I couldn't get myself round to sewing them up. I think I find sewing home furnishings rather boring and not an exciting venture. But last week I was actually on a low sewing. Sojo had gone and I just needed a palette cleanser, and I picked up this fabric and I sewed up 4 cushion covers. 4? No, I made 3. And they came together pretty fast. I didn't go with piping, nothing decorative at all, because I just wanted something that I could make up in one sitting or in just one day. So I managed to sew up 4 cushion covers, and I just used random zippers and they had on me, and it was an easy pattern to sew up. Just a tip, I used the same exact measurements as the cushion lining and just added seam allowance. So should you make it bigger, if you make it bigger, it ends up being flat. It has more room for it to just flatten. But if you make it exactly the same size and just add on the seam allowance, you end up having a fuller cushion. I know this is a down feather cushion, so it plumps up very fast. But yeah, I like actually how they look. Although I was lazy to make them, it took me that while, but I'm actually excited that I allowed myself to do that. And hopefully this encourages other sewists who are like me, who don't like sewing cushion covers, that you can just take off that one day, or they are good palette cleansers that would encourage you and push you on to do it. And that's it with all I got around to make in the month of November. I'm grateful for what I made. Before, I think I've made much more within a month, but I realized that sometimes it takes away the joy from sewing. I would rather pace myself, sew things I actually need, things that I'm happy to sew up. and I'm happy to show you whatever I will have made. And let's see how this journey in December goes on with Vlogmas. I'm taking you around my life and seeing a few things I'm passionate about, which are not sewing, and hope that's something you'll be interested in seeing. Let me know. Are you interested in knowing all about what I get on with? Will you be watching the Vlogmas videos I will be uploading? Okay, thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think about my makes. What would you have done differently? Until next time, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. And just in case I've forgotten, if you've watched this video and you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And while at it, please press the bell icon so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload a new video. Until next time, bye.